Welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Espresso. We help startups and investors connect for funding. Today we'll talk about the different type of investors you will find in the startup world. There are 4 types of investors for your startup: venture capital, angel investors, family offices, and high net worth individuals. There are lenders who provide debt financing, but that's a topic for another day. Venture capitalists are professionals with experience in the startup world coming from either the financial space or have run a startup in the past. They invest funds from limited partners such as family offices and pension funds. They invest for home runs and seek a 10x return on every investment. They invest $150K to $500K on first rounds for seed and Series A fundings and usually set aside funds for follow-on rounds. Angels are typically successful business people who invest their own money as a side project from their day job. They look for 3 to 5 times return on their investment. Angels invest typically $50K to $100K on first rounds and sometimes set aside funds for follow-on rounds. There's a saying that angels want to, quote, do a little good, have a little fun, and make a little money. Family offices are businesses set up to invest their own funds for a return and often have impact investing as part of their investment thesis. They invest $250K on first rounds and $500 or more on follow-on rounds. They tend to be patient money. High net worth individuals are similar to angels who operate at a higher level of funding, writing checks of $100K to $250K for first rounds. You can also raise money from family and friends, but I recommend raising small amounts below $10K each, as Thanksgiving turkey tastes quite different if things don't work out. All of these investors meet the accredited investors criteria. Accredited investors are those the SEC deems high net worth and can afford the risk that comes with early stage funding. You can learn more about the criteria to be an accredited investor by looking up on the SEC website. In short, it's anyone who has a net worth of $1 million or more, not counting the house they live in. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Espresso. Let's go start up something today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.